So me and Ollie met at sixth form in year 12 and we sort of hit it off, I guess. We started going on dates and it took him like 5 months to ask me to be his girlfriend. I don't know, it's just nice, happy relationship, got on really well with his family. Yeah, and then I was waiting for him to come round to mine one night after work and I hadn't heard from him. And then I got a phone call from his mum and she was just saying like he's been in a motorbike accident. So I had to go to the hospital and he sort of went a bit downhill from there. He went a bit loopy, let's say. He was a massive hypochondriac after like becoming aware that he nearly died and he just always assumed there was something wrong with him and he became very sort of self-orientated, very just really into himself and his own health and his own well-being, and sort of didn't bother with me, but I didn't really see it at the time. Obviously it's like your first love and you sort of got your love goggles on. Yeah, and then he went off to uni and within like the second day I sort of got a bit funny because he was just, I don't know, he was just being really off and really weird. So I sort of was trying to book my train ticket to see him and I could get a special deal or something on a certain day. So I rang him to say, oh look, what day do you want me to come? And he just sort of hung up on me and I just sort of got a bit annoyed. Anyway, he rang me back and like basically broke up with me. Saying long distance wouldn't work, even though we'd been long distance for the past couple of months. And then, yeah, and then I sort of found out through a friend that he'd slept with someone else, and he was bragging about it on the bus to the American football club that he had joined society at university. So. Yeah, my friend Elliot told me, and so I rang Ollie and was like, well, you're moving on quite quick, aren't you? And he was just like, yeah, it's just one girl, it was a one-night stand, I used protection and all this. He said he regretted it and everything. And then we sort of were umming and ahhing about getting back together, and yeah, he decided we would sort of try again, but it was all one-sided, it was all sort of me trying to make the effort. So he came down to see me. And we slept together, and I asked him, like, are you going to use a condom? And he was just like, no, it's fine. Like, I've only slept with this one girl once and we use protection. So anyway, he slept with me, and then we sort of agreed, like, it didn't feel right, and he sort of left the next day and went back to Nottingham. And he tried talking to me again, but I just sort of wasn't too bothered because I sort of felt like, well, that's it doesn't feel right. Anyway, I then found out from my friend who told me the first time about him sleeping with a girl that he was actually sleeping with his flatmate and actually going out with her. So he effectively like cheated on his new girlfriend with me, and obviously I felt terrible, but apparently they've been sleeping together since the day he got to uni, like the first night. So she jumped into bed with my boyfriend, so I sort of didn't feel too guilty for jumping into bed with her boyfriend. But I was sort of annoyed that he'd obviously been having like unprotected sex with this girl for a long period of time, and he'd sort of put my sexual health at risk by not using a condom and pretending we didn't need to use one. He was a massive compulsive liar, like everything he said. Like saying he just had a one-night stand with a girl and actually he'd gone into a relationship with a girl, saying he just chatted shit constantly, always lying about the steroids. Anyway, I sort of stopped talking to him, I sort of blocked him off everything after I found that out, and he knew I found it out, and he tried to like contact me and I just sort of said no. So obviously that's 2 years of my life that I feel is almost wasted, but at the same time I feel like I've learned a lot of life lessons from it. It's made me a stronger person in the long run. I don't know, but I've sort of, like I say, started channeling things into more like positive outlooks. So like now I feel like I wouldn't let a guy treat me like that again. I wouldn't let a guy sort of mess me around like that again. I know that sounds really silly because I'm young and 18-year-old and that's like my first relationship, but yeah, I do think in the long run it's for the best that he was an arsehole.